Hello, my dear VR1 community. This is me again, and I have a new production update. So we have been producing the headsets, and we've been working, as you know, the last week and also this week. And while the production yield is still slow, as I indicated in my last update, we made some progress and we were able to finish some of the units. I personally did the quality check. The good news is some of the units they didn't pass my quality check because we indicated some problems during the production, but majority of them did. In terms of the optical stack, it's all perfect. But we found out one pretty, I'd say it's a critical issue for us to not be able to ship the units, but it's not critical in terms of we know how to fix it. So the issue is that during the production and tests afterwards and the calibration, we found out that the parts of the plastic here and inside for the eye tracking, where the eye tracking cameras are, have been sent to us with a slight sub-millimeter offset, which doesn't sound like much, but it creates a risk, and in some cases creates the blurriness and unable for the camera to focus correctly, because the angle of the cameras watching your eyes and angled in the right position is super precise. So the moment we have a slight offset, it's a slight difference in the plastic, then it creates a problem that there is a risk that some of the cameras, eye tracking cameras, would be not focused and will not perform as well as they should perform based on our requirements. And that is a problem. Now, the problem is, of course, we found out it when we assembled the device, because you cannot see that with a bare eye. It's impossible to see with a bare eye. So we found out when we assembled the units and we started to do the calibration tests of the eye tracking, we saw that some cameras were blurrier than they should be. And we started to analyze, and then we found out and we saw that the plastics are not there. Now, what does it mean for the production timeline? Now, we already notified the supplier for these plastic parts, and we supplied them with the exact measurements, and they already notified us that they received it. Obviously, they apologized, but that doesn't help me much. And they are right now producing the new batch of the plastic parts for the camera placements inside VR1. We estimate that those parts should be arriving here within, let me check the calendar again, but within around about 2 to 2.5 weeks. That's what they promised us. Obviously, we try to expedite it as fast as possible, but that's production. They need to run all the parts, because all the parts are here, or many parts already here in terms of the mass production for the first batch of units, and we have to redo this part to make sure that it fits our requirements. So now that creates a time where we won't be able to ship it. We don't want to ship something where there is a risk that the cameras will be not performing as well as they should, and that creates us a estimated timeline for the first shipment. Either is the very end of August or the first week of September or something like that in that regard. Again, we're dependent now on the supplier. Another part which which we still don't have, even though now we already have all the documents signed with them, is the CE certification part. So we're waiting for them, and I think between now and the time we'll be able to ship due to the plastic parts, it's gonna be done. And right after the FCC certification for US and Canada will be the ICs for Canada and FCCs for US will be done as well. So unfortunately, while the units themselves, which I was checking, and we'll put some footage here, the units themselves were looking great. We found one of the examples of the unit which I we didn't let through the production. There was on the edge of the outer shelf. There was a slide on the edge. There was a slide, kind of several micro, like small but pretty deep scratches on the plastic itself, and we found out that it happened when we were calibrating the tracking and the eye tracking and hand tracking. You put it in such a device, and probably someone didn't put it correctly, and it's crashed. So obviously that unit is fully functional, but will not be shipped to anyone, and will be used for further development and tests and stuff. But you know, unfortunately, this is the current situation. In terms of the speed of production, as I told you, the iBox production is slower than we anticipated, much slower than we anticipated, but that's normal for the beginning. The guys and girls are actually learning and perfecting the process to make sure that that's fast. What we have already improved, and I've tested it in these new units, is the IPD slider, so that it's behaving much better. It's much more sturdy. It's very comfortable to use. In terms of the production, schedule, now we already are in talks with the factory, as I mentioned before, but I will mention it again, to increase and add the second shift of production in September and then obviously October, because while we are later right now, we'll probably step into the September, the orders which we had to ship in August. We don't want to delay the further orders. And yes, there will be some curve on the uptick curve, which we're trying to solve as much as possible, but we're already talking to the factory to make sure that we can have 2 shifts and we can expedite the shipment of the orders. So what I'm trying to say is that while we have the delay right now, a slight delay right now, probably of several weeks, if we compare it to the August deliveries, we'll try to compensate that in the future. Plus, that the future orders which were ordered from October, November, for example, or September, October, they will not be delayed for that period. So we will, the first units are delayed, but the next ones should be expedited faster, and we're trying to do our best to make sure that that's the case. Now, I wish I could have had a better news for that, but unfortunately, or I'd say fortunately, we really do put a lot of care into the quality of everything, right? How your eye tracking is performing, how the unit is performing, how the visual stacks, what is the mechanisms of like IPD and everything else. We just want to make sure that we ship you the great product. I fully take responsibility of obviously of everything, because I'm the CEO of the company, but I also take responsibility of taking those decisions and prioritizing quality over the speed. I know some of you and many of you are waiting for the product. You can imagine how much I want you to receive the VR1 as soon as possible, but that's the way it is right now. Yeah, that's for the production. So I will keep you informed as soon as we get any new news. I will definitely inform you. Either I'll record a new video, or we will put the statement on Discord or on Twitter about that, or I'll just ping you all in Discord and let you know. But now we come to an exciting part where I know many of you have been waiting for VR optician diopter lenses, and the good news is that they are almost ready. And as this video goes live, and in the description of this video, you'll have 2 links. One obviously is in the link to the store of Somnium VR1. If you want to buy the VR1, you can do that right now. We are still confident, even though the orders keep coming, that we'll be able to deliver still some of the units in November, December. But I assume that we will switch soon to January, February 2025. So order your units if you're thinking about that and if you want still to be delivered this year. But VR Opticians, the second link will be the link to the VR Opticians live listing of our lenses on their website, where you still cannot buy them, but you will see some pictures and videos. And right now, exclusively in this video, we'll show you the moment how you stack the lens onto the VR1 and that very, very cool magnetic click. So let's play the video right now. All right, so that was the video. Very cool. Lenses are looking really great. VR Opticians, loving it. And yeah, I'm looking forward for you guys to use it. They have several versions of the lenses. They have a version for the eye tracking, and then for those without eye tracking. And there are some differences you will see on the description how they differ. So you can choose depending on your variant of the headset if you need those or that. Yeah, looking forward to that. So we will be basically VR Opticians will start shipping lenses, and wait for the separate announcement on that later this month. But the shipments will start basically in parallel or even slightly before the VR1 will ship, so that you guys have your lenses prepared and ready for you when VR1 arrives. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy about the quality, and I think that's that for the update for now. I wish I could have said to you that we are starting to ship, but those 7mm tolerances, sometimes things happen, and some things are just impossible even to measure up front, and we only saw that when we assembled the units and started to test the eye tracking. We realized that something was off. So thank God we actually found it out, obviously, because we do the really, really good testing, and we are addressing it. The supplier is doing its best, their best to address it. So thank you very much. Put some comments in the comments below. Be nice, please. Other than that, I'm looking forward to talk to you, all of you soon, and we're still planning to do the events in our office in Prague. Now it depends a little bit on the deliveries of the flight, the motion rig and other things, but yeah, we're preparing for that as well. So you can be looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that, to have the community here. We have lots of corporate companies reaching out to us and actually, doing the orders and testing and stuff. So things are happening. I'm very happy about that. VR1 is really anticipated well by the community. It's an incredible headset. It's so hard to go to other headsets. I've just recently tested the PSVR 2 with a PC adapter. I'll probably do a small review on that as well, but it's damn hard to go for anything else than VR1 right now because, of FOV and clarity and sharpness and everything. So thank you very much for being with us. Thank you for ordering VR1s. For those who are ordering right now and who already ordered, love you all and see you in the next update. Bye-bye.